Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel on this Tuesday morning, afternoon or evening across the world where you may be at. And first of all, today's video is going to be about the International Persons with Disability Day, which is today, Tuesday the 3rd of December 2024. And I want to talk about it as a legally disabled autistic woman and someone who is legally disabled. So I thought I'd bring this to the public acceptance and public awareness and public education in case you didn't know that today was that day. And I've got a little bit of background information about what International Persons with Disability Day is, and then I'll give my own feedback, and I will link some resources down below in the video description for you guys to check out if you want to know more about what this day actually is. So what is the International Persons of Disability about? The International Day of Persons with Disability was first proclaimed in 1992 by the United Nations General Assembly Resolution 47/3. Then the United Nations Disability started the inclusion strategy in June 2019, stating that the United Nations should lead by example and make sure that organisations raise the standards and performance of disability inclusion. This strategy realised that it needed to have the full and complete realisation of human rights for persons with disabilities in an integral and inclusive part of fundamental freedoms. So that's the beginning bit. So the International Day of Persons with Disabilities Day, the 2024 theme is as follows: amplifying the leadership of persons with disabilities for an inclusive and sustainable future. The leadership of persons with disabilities is organised by the Global Disability Rights Movement slogan, "Nothing about us without us," which states the basic requirement of participation, representation and inclusion, and calls for persons with disabilities to shape the condition of their lives. The priorities is to advance the agency and leadership of persons with disabilities, to promote inclusive development, for enabling universal access to basic services. By the theme chosen for 2024 means the observance aims to underscore the importance of leadership for persons with disabilities to ensure full disability inclusion and sustainable peace for all people with disabilities. Persons with disabilities, seen as the world's largest minority, have generally poorer health, lower education achievements, fewer economic opportunities and higher rates of poverty due to the lack of services and many obstacles that we face in everyday life. People with disabilities are at the risk of being prone to violence. Adults with disabilities are 1.5 times more, yes you heard that right, 1.5 times more likely to be a victim of serious violence. My thoughts as an autistic disabled woman. As an autistic disabled woman, I would first like to wish everybody with a disability, whether it's physical, mental, intellectual, visual or sensory, to have a happy International Persons with Disability Day. I am proud to be an autistic disabled woman. Being disabled makes me stronger, and to work around people to make sure that they understand people with disabilities better, to have a independent and full and fulfilled life. I agree that people living with disabilities should be in leadership and being able to advocate for their own future. To be having more representation is essential. To include people with disabilities within the media, whether this is online media or in person. I think that we've got a lot better over the decades gone by at celebrating disability and inclusion and awareness of disabilities, but in 2024 we've still got a long way to go for full acceptance and understanding. As an autistic woman, I feel strongly that we should be celebrating and proclaiming and sharing in International Persons with Disability Day within social media and online and offline, to make sure that people with disabilities have a fully independent, inclusive life, and to be involved in how we shape and get access to services and support that we are so entitled to. So I've got some more statistics here for you. International Persons with Disability Day, what is the background? The world population is over 8 billion people, and that makes more than 1 billion people, or approximately 15% of the population, live with a disability. 80% of these live in developing countries. This makes it out to be more than 100 million, yes, 100 million disabled persons are children. 50% of disabled persons cannot afford basic health care. So what does disability mean under the UK government? The UK Equality Act 2010 means people are disabled as follows. If they have a physical or mental impairment that has a significant and lifelong term impact on their ability to carry out the normal day-to-day activities. Long term means it's lasting more than 12 months and severely affects them. So that is the background on International Persons with Disability Day. I will link some resources down below so you can find out more information, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!